All cancers impact how cells produce energy. There's a lot of research that's been done in what's called the Warburg effect. What I like to explain to my patients is this. How your cells use fuel is impacted by the fuel that's abundant and there for you. We can just break them down into two. There are more, but let's just break them down into sugar, right? Blood sugar or glucose, and ketones, which is a final breakdown product of fat, either dietary fat or body fat. Well, 99% of the time, you have glucose available. So that's what we do. We use glucose because we're stimulated to make ketones in an emergency if we're fasting. And what happens when we make ketones in great numbers is we're not hungry. We have more energy. We're actually stronger. We have clearer thinking. Why is that the case? Well, it makes sense. If I've gone a week without eating food, I got to be more alert, faster, stronger, and smarter to catch that next deer. Ketosis is something that we've always known about in the context of a brain disorder called epilepsy. When we change the fuel the brain uses, we don't have seizures. But then we started to learn that ketosis benefits us in every way. It activates those longevity genes, the oncoprotective, the neuroprotective, and the cardioprotective genes are activated when we're fasting. What happens in cancer and tumor cells, there's this effect where sugar that's being demanded by the cancer cell is burning without oxygen. Now, what that means is if the oxygen part of the cell, the engine of the cell, we call it the mitochondria, if that's damaged, and the cell still wants to live, it can make energy without the engine. It can make energy without the mitochondria. So the mitochondria can fail, and the sugar can be fed into the cell, and it can inefficiently continue to make energy. So the cancer cell stays alive. That's not good. If we have a cancer cell and a normal cell together, and we remove glucose, we remove sugar, what becomes available are ketones. Ketones cannot produce energy without a mitochondria. So the healthy cell gets its fuel and it keeps on going. The cancer cell is starved of its fuel and it dies. So ketosis can help some people with cancer contribute to their own health. By being in ketosis, they can starve their own cancer cells of the ability to make energy.